Worship Artistry exists because I was a worship leader, and I've been a worship leader, I've been a worship musician, I have been a teacher, I've been all these things, and I kind of saw this crossover where there's a lot of people on the worship team that a lot of times don't have the skills necessary to be able to play the kind of music that the worship team is trying to play. People love to talk about how easy worship music is, but the truth is, yeah, it might only be a couple chords, but typically modern worship songs gussy up those chords quite a bit and make up for the lack of changes with just a lot of different effects and melodies and all kinds of things. And I just kind of saw a real need where most musicians, if you're not a professional musician, you don't have the time to sit there and just work out these songs. You really don't. And I saw churches really having a need for, or really wanting their musicians to play like the record, or be able to play at a level that, I almost thought wasn't really fair. And being a guitar teacher and having taught students of all different ages and all different styles, I knew that people learn differently, people need different tools, and so tried to create worship artistry as a way that people could learn songs the way they sound, but in like an actual realistic way that you would play them on a Sunday. So kind of throwing out the tracks, not doing 30 electric guitars, and instead taking those and arranging them in a way that me as a single electric guitarist could quickly watch it and go, okay, that's what I need to play for this song, which kind of eliminates a lot of the guesswork and a lot of the arrangement time, and it gives me more time to go outside and do other things that I like to do besides cram for 20 hours at church. One of my biggest issues that I ran into as a worship leader was I hated it when people would come to me and they'd try out for the team and they weren't good enough. They just weren't at that skill level, and they had a great heart and they wanted to participate, and I didn't have anything to do. I had to just go, I guess you could go take some lessons, which felt like a conflict of interest to me because also I was a guitar teacher. So I'd have to send them somewhere else. And then at the same time, I'd have to tell them, just come back when you're better. And I wasn't able to give them any roadmap. There was no way to say, hey, listen, I want you to do this, this, and this. And when you can do this, then I'm ready for you. The philosophy behind worship artistry is that worship music should be accessible to everyone. I hate the idea of thinking that, I'm not there, I can't do X, Y, or Z, so therefore I can't play. And so we really developed worship artistry to recognize that people come from all different skill levels, and that, somebody like me doesn't really need worship artistry. It actually makes my life a lot easier because I actually built it in a way that I could jump on there, quickly get what I need without having to go through the rigmarole of arranging and doing all that kind of stuff, or tracking down a YouTube video that, was probably wrong, and instead just have a place that I could go that was consistent and always have it. So I have that. But I also wanted to hit like the very beginner and novice so that it has enough material that they can learn whatever their learning style is. So I was a teacher, so I know some people really need sheet music, or really need to count, or really need tablature, or really need chord charts. Some people just need to see it and play it. Other people need to just hear it and play it. And what works for one person doesn't always work for the other. And so we really wanted to take the environment from worship artistry and go, we're going to approach this in a way that literally any learning style can come here and get what they need and actually grow and develop as a musician, rather than just be ready for Sunday. You can do that. You can totally jump on there and just get what you need for Sunday, but I think there's something really special when we get notes from people saying, man, I was just an acoustic guitar player and I was starting to learn electric and I had no idea what to do, and your site really helped me develop my ear, or it really helped me develop a way to think about music, or it really helped me develop as a part of the band. We really care about developing the people that are on there, because that's where they actually experience way more joy and confidence, is from actually playing well and enjoying that. We do that for us. People talk about excellence all the time, but we're really being excellent for us because that's more fun for us. God's going to love us no matter what, but it's no fun to play terrible music. Worship artistry was really just developed out of a need, is recognizing kind of the state of worship teams all over the place, and I think it's still a real need. We have all these different tools that serve our planning, or that serve we can get chord charts, or we can get all this gear. We can spend hours and hours and hours on gear, but I really think the real payoff comes with investing in the musician, because it doesn't matter how nice your sound system is if you have a lousy band playing through it. Worship Artistry is here to serve you wherever you're at, because we believe that if you bring your best will just continue to get better, and we're dedicated to making that happen.